So, on that note, I want to end, and I want to invite the Vice Chancellor to give us the lecture on the role of alumni in contemporary times. We are in contemporary times.
Thank you very much. Supposed to give you a lecture. I think that many of the things I'm going to talk about, you already know them. But these are to remind you and to encourage you. And for you to see that there is a need for all of us to galvanize together so we can lift the image of the University of Cape Coast higher than it is now. So, interim board of directors, events and outreach planning committee, cherished alumni, friends of the University of Cape Coast, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Please accept warmest greetings from Ghana. I believe that some of us have been there not too long ago, others a very long time. Others too, a very, 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 very long time. I'm deeply honored to be connected with this inauguration of the University of Cape Coast Alumni Association, which I believe will be tonight. And this is, of course, the United States of America chapter, the third international chapter, following the inauguration of the Canada chapter in March 2016. In the United Kingdom chapter in August 2016. The University of Cape Coast, your alma mater, is very proud to be associated with you for your hard work and outstanding contributions to society, as well as your tremendous academic and professional accomplishments in your respective fields here in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to express my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for finding time to be part of this important ceremony. Time is a factor everybody is watching all the time. And I'm so happy that you have found the time to come and be part of this ceremony. I'm most grateful to you. Thank you very much. I know that it takes a lot of sacrifice to set aside time out of your busy schedules to attend such a function. Therefore, it is my hope that the experiences of this day will be worth the sacrifice you have made. On behalf of the delegation from the University of Cape Coast, UCC we call it, I wish to express our profound gratitude to the Executive Planning Committee, the USA chapter, and the Institutional Advancement Office at UCC for ably putting together this program, which will enable alumni and friends to network, socialize, and support development at the University of Cape Coast. I must admit that when the invitation came for me to deliver this address on the role of alumni in contemporary times, as part of the activities marking this inauguration ceremony, I felt delighted that a group of UCC alumni who are scattered across states could still come together in spite of distances and heavy schedules to project the image of their alma mater. I doff my cap for you, for the effort, knowing that has not been an easy feat to achieve. However, I'm thankful that technology, social media, emails, WhatsApps, and all sorts of platforms have enabled us to make this possible, and that all of us are here today. I'd like to show appreciation to the Alumni Association executives from Canada, Ghana, and the UK. They are here, who are here to witness this historic ceremony. And this ceremony, I believe, will be the evening. I believe that the inauguration of the UCCAA-USA chapter would give birth to a new and greater identity for the university towards strategically developing its institutional arms for future engagements. Ladies and gentlemen, many academic institutions the world over recognize the key role played by various stakeholders towards achieving their targeted vision and mission. As a result, frantic efforts towards building effective collaboration with these key stakeholders in areas that seek to develop conducive and sustainable academic environments have become extremely relevant. Alumni are recognized by most such institutions as the primary stakeholder that represents a significant factor in advancing an institution's sustainable growth. In February, I was in Israel. I visited some Israeli universities, and particularly in the Hebrew University of Israel. I realized that the alumni have played a key role in bringing up that university. It started from the time of Albert Einstein. And I realized that a lot of buildings have been named after people because they've contributed towards those buildings. And it was a joy to also know that others who were not even associated with the university had found it necessary to help the university to grow. And I thought that was very good. About 3 weeks ago, I was here in the US. And I visited some other universities for collaboration. And I saw that again, alumni have played key roles in building these universities, of supporting them in various ways. So I know that that spirit is here. And that spirit, I believe, is also in you. And therefore, we coming together to meet like this will give us the impetus to unleash the potentials within us to support our university. And I thank you very much for this. Alumni are recognized by most institutions as the primary stakeholder that represents a significant factor in advancing an institution's sustainable growth and repeating that. The goodwill and support of a primary stakeholder grouping such as the alumni is crucial to higher education institutions that want to progress in a fast-changing and highly competitive market. As W. Stone in 2001 put it, a university alumnus grouping is one of its most valuable assets in terms of the financial, strategic, and social contributions that could be made towards the credibility and longevity of the institution. With the over 50 years existence of the University of Cape Coast, there is no denying the fact that there are significant number of UCC alumni, notable professional bodies in business, in academia, in finance, in economics, entrepreneurship, tourism, law, politics, name it, both within Ghana and at the international front, who have had high degree of knowledge and professional expertise at their disposal and have repeatedly proven themselves with tremendous achievements at the highest levels in their respective fields. Many of our alumni have distinguished themselves through lifetime achievements and professional accomplishments. Any attempt by any institution such as UCC to consciously or otherwise downplay the relevance of alumni grouping does so to the detriment of its development. Because what alumni do with their lives and their contributions to their alma mater defines the future position or ranking of their alma mater. Secondly, alumni play a pivotal role in advancing an institution's external agenda, which include reputation and funding. the acronym UCC had been changing over the years. And I'm happy that we have now come to a new acronym which really should define us. First, UCC was University of Constant Confusion. Because of the alluders that Professor Amu was talking about. Constant confusion. Alluter. Always disturbances and so on and so forth. Then the time of Japan became the university under Christ's control. So the alluders ceased. And there was peace, and we moved on. And we've moved from there and added on. And today we are University of Competitive Choice. So I believe that all of us, if we galvanize together and we lift the banner of the university higher, the UCC will become another acronym that will be higher than competitive choice. Thirdly, you represent the base of support for UCC in the corporate world. It is therefore imperative that we build formidable structures pursuant to reaching out to our alumni and maintaining strong and productive ties. This event, therefore, is an innovation set to promote the essence of linkages and advancement for mutual benefits for both our alumni and the University of Cape Coast. A research conducted by the Council for Advancement and Support of Education case has shown that alumni relations or engagement with many institutions in the past tended to be treated as a standalone activity divorced from the main institutional advancement activities for the support of the institutions. Indeed, some alumni associations were entirely independent of their parent institutions, and whilst their members interacted with each other, there had very little interaction with the institution. So even as we WhatsApp, and we're on all sorts of social platforms, and we're talking about ourselves and having fun, we must also remember that we must have an interaction with the institution. So not only with ourselves, but also with the institution, which has occasioned us to come together to have a platform in the first place. Which simply means that there must be personal interaction and institutional interaction as well. The University of Cape Coast has for many years suffered a fair share of this unfortunate situation and is in the process of remedying the disconnect to make up for the loss. So the University of Cape Coast wants to reach out to all of you so that you reconnect with the institution yourself. Sometimes, as Professor Amo said, we pass through the university, but the university does not pass through us. So there is a disconnect somewhere. Sometimes because of the ill feelings we have had and some of the things that have been done to us to our disadvantage, we tend to have ill feelings towards the institution. But see, all of them, whether good or bad, come together to make us who we are. The sun, which shines on butter, is the same sun which shines on clay. But it hardens the clay, but melts the butter. So it is not the sun, It is the material you are made of. Yes. So I would say that the UCC has become like a sun. It's either melting or hardening, which means that it is us, and we can change our attitude towards our alma mater, in spite of anything that it has done to us, for us, or against us. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, on 1st July 2017, if any of you here happen to be in Ghana, we invite you to join us for the amazing UCC Alumni Reconnect event scheduled to take place at the Aviation Social Center in Accra. We want to have many opportunities to meet and network with our alumni as much as we can. And we want you to have a voice in the growth and development of our alma mater, where our identity actually begins. Ladies and gentlemen, alumni in contemporary times have the responsibility to serve as the brand ambassadors of their alma mater. In many ways, you are the real measure of your institution's brand. Fundamentally, the reputation and prominence of your alma mater rests on your manifestations, your knowledge and competencies, successes, contributions, position, and stature in your communities and societies. So anybody will ask you which university did you attend. It is always going to come. Views and positive statements that alumni present in relation to their institution through media or other physical or social means provide support for the university's reputation. If you speak evil of the university, it affects the university. If you speak well of the university, it affects the university positively. So a lot then depends upon what you say about your alma mater. Alumni therefore generate invaluable word of mouth marketing among their social and professional networks. This has the potential to influence the community's level of acceptance and recognition for the institution. Alumni that have served successfully in various sectors, either domestically or internationally, have authenticated the quality and effectiveness of programs and research output of their alma mater in the sight of the global community. I was invited to be a speaker at the 4th Japanese Education Forum. And before I spoke to them, I said, we have a problem with our basic education in Ghana. But anyone who passes through basic education goes to secondary school and comes out of secondary school into the university. It's not different from any one of you Japanese sitting here. And that we are able to hold our own at the international level, at the university level. And many of us are not inferior academically to anybody in the advancement. But we have a problem with our basic education anyway. In Hiroshima University, where I used to be a visiting professor, a gentleman came to give a lecture. He was a student in Hiroshima University. And he said something to the people. He was from Kenya. He said, in Kenya, our textbooks are very poor. There are no pictures in the textbooks. It's all worse. And it's not colored. It's black and white only. And he said so many evil things about the education system in Kenya. And he said, but when I came to Japan here, The textbooks are colorful. They are attractive.
There are pictures.
They have pictures. In fact, I was very excited. So when we closed, I called him. I said, come.
Sit down.
Yes, sit down. Let's talk. I said, well, you are here. How did you get here? I got a scholarship. So you have mates here who are not Kenyans. Oh, there's a lot of Japanese, a lot of other people from other countries. I said, well, so how do you rate yourself compared to them? Are you last in the class, for example? I said, no. In fact, I'm one of the best students in the class. I said, fine. So with all the textbooks you read, which were black and white, no pictures, compared to these other people, you can say that you are still at the top of the class. And they say the education system that produced you is what has made you to be on top of the class. So don't condemn it. You can improve upon it. But don't condemn it and say it is useless. You couldn't have produced you to be here in Japan learning with the Japanese who have always been using textbooks with pictures. And he apologized. I said, no. Don't do this again. Don't do this to your nation. Don't do this to your nation's educational system. Well, the more influential the position of the University of Cape Coast alumni is, the higher the recognition that society will place on the University of Cape Coast. By all standards and qualifications, alumni serve as great role models and are often well placed to offer practical support to students as they start their careers. Experiences that you share with students, whether on how to succeed in the world of work or whatever it is, can be more easily accepted as guidance and inspiration by current students because our students consider the alumni more credible and justified, having breathed the same air and encountered similar challenges faced by the students as part of a successful university education. But this means also alumni can further assist in strengthening confidence, improve motivation, and inculcate the right culture in line with what the university intends to convey to its students. Ladies and gentlemen, brokering introductions to track into your alma mater, strategic partnerships, and business development initiatives with your employers, governments, and other official organizations is one key thing contemporary alumni can do to support their alma mater. Also, your potential to provide support in the form of bringing your diverse expertise and knowledge base in your respective fields to bear in helping your alma mater develop new steady programs is important. And I'm happy that one of you sitting here said we need to talk because I have something to offer in terms of my knowledge and expertise to the University of Cape Coast. I say thank you very much. We will talk. We will talk. I think that is good. And that is what, again, then, I am expecting all of us to be thinking about. Whatever that you can do to help the University of Cape Coast, you are most welcome. If you want to come and teach a course, if you want to come and give a lecture, if you want to come and give a seminar for a week or two, whatever it is, you can tell us. And then we'll make sure that we'll welcome you. If we have to support you in paying your fare, we will. We will. And you come and you tell the people something. When they see you, you come from America. So when you talk, now people want to listen to you. Yes. If you come from, as a Kenyan boy, if you come from somewhere else, some people don't want to listen to you. But once they hear the name America, so if you're America, then we know that yes, you have arrived and everything you say is true. universities in particular, as well as other tertiary institutions, recognize that the cornerstone to producing quality graduates is flexibility in the development of those close relationships with industry players. Many alumni are captains of industry and distinguished corporate achievers. Connecting, therefore, the alma mater will ensure effective exchange of knowledge between the corporate world and academia. This has the potential of helping your alma mater to revise and design curriculum to address the contemporary needs of our society. Furthermore, as alumni, you can contribute as guest lecturers, external advisors on committees, industry experts, and cooperative partners in projects with your alma mater. The University of Cape Coast continues to engage with our alumni through your representation on the governing council. So there's somebody representing the alumni. And that is helpful because that is the highest level of decision making. The university further considers most of our alumni, especially those in academia, as having the potential to provide mentorship for senior university leaders. The university continues to search for talents amongst our alumni who have the professional expertise to help senior university officers sharpen their leadership skills and increase their capacity for work. We therefore encourage you to avail yourselves if you are in a position to offer such services to our alma mater. We acknowledge the enormous practical knowledge that our alumni have, and our doors are open to alumni who have the relevant knowledge and expertise to visit us for a specific period to share your experiences and views of best practices in teaching, in research, and extension services. Also, such persons, when invited, can serve as resource persons to enhance the university's training programs. The university, through the Institutional Advancement Office, has instituted a lecture series called the Advancement Lecture Series, which is a high-profile annual event aimed at providing an engaging platform for the involvement of alumni, friends of the University of Cape Coast, to share through the delivery of public lectures on a wide range of development-based subjects with the university community. This creates opportunity for the corporate world, where most of our alumni belong, and academia, to exchange knowledge for pursuing strides that seek to develop sustainable growth in both the industry and academic setting. In conclusion, as alumni of UCC, you will remain an asset to your alma mater. We believe that your contributions and involvement in decisions affecting the growth of UCC can significantly increase our reputation nationally and internationally. Your opinions and suggestions on developing UCC and your proposed solutions to the challenges we face must be highly valued if we want to achieve our vision and mission. I am therefore very happy that the alumni in the USA have accepted the challenge to form the UCC Alumni Association USA to support yourselves and your alma mater. It is my prayer and hope that, having laid out the contemporary roles you have to play, we will all come together to work for our mutual benefits, to lift high the image of the University of Cape Coast, to make it the university of choice in Ghana and beyond. UCC, UCC, to the call, let us rise. To our call, let us rise. Veritas nobis loci. Thank you very much.
Let's give another round of applause. Quiz. Mention one thing he said that you remember.
UCC.
Who else? How can it be? I can tell he remembers UCC. What else? The what?
The Kenyan boy.
The Kenya boy. Chief, what about you? Pictures. What about you?
University of Constant Confusion.
The University of Constant Confusion. Zenge.
The alumni leaders in corporate law that can lead the university to the corporate law.
Okay. And what about you?
He invited the alumni to come home to visit with a lecture or any sort of they can get involved.
That's okay.
Yeah, he basically told us that the university has its arms open to welcome it out.
Okay, Pastor.
The strength of every institution is in alumni.
What about you? They've said it all, huh? That's what my students always say. I was just going to say that one. Yes, sir.
I think he talked about the fact that the university that produces you makes you who you are. And UCC has really been the initial university that you attended. And that gave you the platform where you are today.
No.
Talked about the opportunities for us to come back and help serve work with the university.
So anybody else wants to add to?
University of competitive choice.
Yeah, it used to be constant what?
Confusion.
Yeah, we changed that.
And he gave a scenario of the sun shining on shea butter and clay. And he said with shea butter it melts, clay hardens it. So it's really what you're made of. The product that you're made of, not necessarily the sun. Anyway.
But the reason I did this is so see that's how we remember. Yeah, that's the best way to remember something is to say it, And for me, that has always been my way of studying. Is I always want to talk about it, and then when I'm sitting in the exams, I'm thinking, what did I talk with Asma about? and it all comes back. So the best way to remember some of these things is to say it. All right. So we thank everybody. It's almost time for lunch. When the lunch gets here, we're going to break out into lunch, and then we're going to come back and have the advancement. So since the lunch is not here, let's have the Q&A session now, if it's okay with everybody. Any objections? All right, so then the floor is open for any questions for the VC and Co. Who wants to set the ball rolling? Yes, sir. Please, when you wake up, okay, let's do this first. Sankofa, we are Ghanaian, so Sankofa is allowed. My name is Professor Kobramu, and let's introduce ourselves because we did it. So, not too late. Easy.
Joseph Gatiampia.
Yes.
What year?
Class of 94 and class of 98. I did my master's in 98, so 94, 98.
Okay. So I'm Joseph Gati Ampia, class of 87, and class of 94, and class of 2002.
Wow. All his education is UCC. Undergrad, master's, PhD, all UCC. So he's a true and true. I remember, let me give you this caveat. I remember when we were setting up the Alumni Association, we didn't have a representative on the University Council at the time. And the Alumni Association in Ghana said, look, we have to be represented. And the moment the gentleman got on board, the first thing he started talking about is, we want VCs that are from UCC. This whole thing about UCC, Dixon from Lagos, and because no KVAS alum is going to be allowed to be a Legon VC. So why should we allow them to come? So we are happy that from Professor Bing's time onwards, every VC has been. See, so alumni, we're doing something. Yeah. Soon we'll say every registrar will have to be an alum. But luckily for us, this registrar is an alum, so we're good. Registrar, your turn.
Oh, okay. John Kofian, class of 90.
September 1988.
Yeah, it's like Dr. Kemer is the national president from Canada.
My name is Solomon Fachi, affiliated to the University of Cook.
He's the institutional advancement coordinator. The alumni office falls under his unit. Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Faustina Quest, class of
Look here.
87.
I am kind of 2005.
Let it be seen.
Rita Sieju, 2006.
Oh, and much more later they say.
Runs for the city 2003.
Baby.
Perpetual Tikwe, 97 and 2000.
Vincent Posey, class of 93.
That's a group.
I'm in Asuku. That's the graph 96. 95 and 96.
Is that group that stayed home 1 year? See, they should have followed my strategy. They only have stayed home 1 year.
Dr. Solomon Abobi. I'm here with my wife Regina Abobi. The last group of the Bugra.
And Famite, class of 96.
95.
Joy Sam, 2003 and 2013.
Oh, no, Henry Amedeke, class of 1993.
Gladys Dadibo, class of 2002.
Adwa,
Ladies.
ladies first.
Adrian 96, 97.
97.
See, then when you see the double, it's the stay home people. That's why they should have finished 96, but they finished 97.
The one and only Rasa College.
There you go.
Troublemaker.
Class of 93.
There you go.
Prosper Mensa, class of 2012.
Dixon Damour, 88.
When VC finished 87, how, where were you class 2? There we go. Go ahead, sir.
Andrew Sianki, 98.
Asamoah Bosumtwe, 1994.
Isaac Twem, 97, 98.
Samson Kumi, 96.
Fosia Kusicher, 2008.
No, it's something.
Joe Asma, 96, 97.
Eunice Asma, 96, 97.
Kofi Kumaka, 91.
One and only.
Sama Dimbi, 91.
Okay.
All right. Charles Tufo, 1990.
Okay. All right. There's something I also forgot. Casford. How many custodians? because there's a competition for the number of attendees who hall with the most attendees. So Casford 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Did you count it?
7.
Yeah, 7.
Let me write it down. Casford 7.
You know what? Vaco.
Valco are next. Casford are next. Valco.
First Vaco Hollis.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
9, 10.
Valco 8. Okay, Valco are next. New hall in Nkrumah. Ogwa Hall. Ogwa, the original hall. The original hall. Ogwa is how many of you knew Ogwa was
Two different places. Ogwa and Adishi.
Undergraduate, your first one was where? Ogwa or Adishi?
Ogwa.
So you choose one. You can't be both. Okay, Ogwa, let's count. Ogwa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Somebody is voting for this. Okay. The Mariners. ATL. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Non-red apples, guys. Say it again. Okay, hold up a second. Atlantic, raise your hands again. I didn't say raise your body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
No, it's not 8.
It's 7.
Vaco.
Indeed. Casford 7. Valco 8. Ogwa 7. Adishi 2. Adishi 2.5. And Atlantic 7. Okay, Chief, now your question. Oh, yeah, Appleska and non-red. Any non-reds around. Any ex-test around. Any in-test around.
Yes.
Who's the in-test? One in-test. Which other in-test? Oh, so 2 in-tests.
There's one in Ted that is absent.
Madam, what's your name? Rita, say again. Mrs. Asma, what's your first name? Eunice.
Hebrews 4.
See, UCC has done some good. At least you have some 2 intense. All right. So, question time. Oh, so you're understanding you are not.
No. It's that you go to the exam, there's some question you don't know, but you have some idea about. So you just write something just in case, whatever that you remember about it, you just write it.
Okay, so that's one caveat that I heard. That during the Ubra time, they always had an ambulance outside. Somebody would sit there and he has studied a gamma and ready for a gamma, and they go and it's told. And all of a sudden, it's like, boom, ambulance is straight to the hospital. Any other caveats?
The 91 group, we were
Yes.
the guinea pigs for the semester system.
Okay, yeah.
So we started, we kept adding courses, we kept subtracting courses, we kept doing all sorts of things. By the time we got to final year, we didn't even know how many courses. That was so rough on us. Now, in fact, we always will remember how rough it was.
To be a guinea Pagan, any issue is always a problem. Yeah, Dr. Kame.
Okay. In class 4, we have a term called accotrement.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know accotrement. The abewoduro and the person about that we need to make in a banquet. So somebody to be in somebody's room and somebody else, where is accoutrement? Chance will know because Chance was so what is accoutrement? Somebody say it's here. Then you go for the accoutrement. So we need the term accoutrement means abodro and the person amora.
Oh, okay.
But at that time you don't have the canned
one.
Canned one. So
the canned one is nice.
It's right. Yeah. So we got accoutrement.
Echo and Nasuku in May 1st, Rollins was coming to Cape Coast and they organized a looter against me. They led a wild looter because they said that I had gone with other presidents to go agree for students to pay school fees. That was when the initial thing started. So these guys. The wildest looter.
I remember when I was SRC, we did an aluta and we went to block the Cape Coast Takrady Road. And we were there basically all day. And they had to take traffic through Ankafo. Rollins got so upset, by 2 o'clock he sent the police down there. So the police were standing in front of the Latter-day Saints church. And we too were here, some people playing football on the Takrady Road. We had blocked here. We said, see, the Takrady Road, the UCC land ends at the beach. So technically the Takrady Road is within our campus. So our argument was, we are on our campus, we have not done anything. So we block out. Nobody should pass through our campus, that's all.
Until the tear gas came.
Until the tear gas
came. That's what I was talking about. Then the police came and they lined up in front and they said, well, the big guy says they should tell us to go. So Odro and I went to talk to them and said, okay, give us time to kind of get the students ready, then we'll leave. I don't know who that gentleman is. He went and stood in front of the policemen and they drew a line. They said nobody should cross the line. The guy was like, and he would act like he's going to step down. And when they are not looking, he will step. The food is here. Okay. He will step, and then the policeman got angry. So one policeman, the moment he stepped, he threw the baton. Then the guy pulled it back. And the policeman really got upset. The third or fourth time, he got so upset, he threw the first tear gas. I don't know how I ended up in Ogwa Hall. I was out of there. Boom! I was in Ogwa because the tear gas, it burns. That was my first experience with tear gas. It burns like crazy. My eyes were burning. I jumped straight into the pool like I was doing. It was a screw pool. I pointed myself that day. Okay.
That day, Robert Mugabe was going to Takrady by road. That day.
Oh, that day? I didn't know that.
He was going to Takrady by road. I remember. And I was in the sea warming my dress so that when they threw the tear gas, they threw the tear gas, so I ran through it.
One last one, and the food is ready, and then. Okay, so how about this? Let's go in there and let's all grab our food. Then we can still keep sharing if we want.
A lot of
Okay, me back in it.
The other one.
Who can you just have? Remember my number.
I was in the war, and that the best.
No, the best one. No.
Doctor Doe. Also, Doctor don't know I'm working right. But not suffer. Not suffer, Doctor.
Kind of.
Say, too much. How we going to happen? Stepping stone. Yo, I say training college. Everything which be able to check. Me. Do a former weapon and joining. What to me, we are UCC 2012. What I'm doing here, we started. I'm trying to organize. Go. September, April 2013. Do July. I'm joining. Man, can't cry. More of a 7 points.
Another suggestion has come forward, and we'll try that. I live in Columbia, Maryland. We're trying to identify the area with the most attendees. Stay. Okay. No, if we do stay, Virginia will take. State is not free of fair. Okay, Maryland. Then, those of us from Maryland. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm here. I'm on.
Okay, so MD. Hold on. Let's finish the counting. New York prices are there. If you don't have your money, see us. You're going to take whatever they have left, and you can send us your money, and we'll send it to you. And then we'll have a way to send the money to them in Ghana. So if you don't have your money, that's fine. Just see me, and we can make an arrangement and have you get it. There are 3 ways in which you can pay the money to us. You can either pay it directly into our Wells Fargo account, or you can issue us a check, or you can pay through PayPal. And so if you want to use either of them, just let us know, and we'll arrange for you to get your item. This evening, there's going to be a series of raffles during the dinner. So it will be interspersed. We're not going to have a time for raffle. So after about 2 or 3 items, we'll raffle 1 item. After another 2 or 3 items, we'll raffle another item. So the tickets will be ready this evening when you come for the dinner dance. It's $5 a ticket, $2. $2 a ticket.
You want to win big.
Yeah. So I think we have as many as about 15. 15 prizes. UCC ties.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
All right. Okay. I won't. Okay, so I've been told not to give it away. Dinner starts at 7. Say it again. Oh, you can come at 8, but the food will be gone. All right. Dinner dance starts at 7. There'll be a happy hour for about 30 minutes before we actually sit down, and we'll be using the 30 minutes to wait for the embassy team. Now, we don't want the embassy team to get here and we are not ready. This morning, VC and his team were here and we were not, and we don't want that to happen. I've always been chiding VC about Ghana time, and we showed that we are Ghanaians.
It's GMT. Ghana man time.
That is GMT, Ghana man time. So please, this evening, let's use the US time. When I first came, I used to work in this warehouse, and this warehouse, I didn't know. I would get in there. They start work at 6. I get in there 6:05 and clock in 6:10, 6:15. Then one day, one of the guys told me, "Don't you know that there's an allowance for clocking on time?" I said, "No. If you clock at 6 and you clock out at 3, they give you an extra $1." Shit, I was never late again. I wanted that extra $1. So there's going to be an extra $1 for all those who come at 7. Now, the last one is we have a Facebook page. And the page is UCC Alumni USA. So please write it down somewhere and go to Facebook and like the page. And when you like it, then anything we put on there, you would get the information. Okay? UCC Alumni USA. All right.